All right, man. This is a great day to talk about what I'm getting ready to talk about. So, as I promised, I'm bringing y'all a video series to give the big pictures on how to, or what I would hope to see with the Dallas Cowboys rebuilding this roster. And we focusing on running backs, chapter 13. So in chapter 10, we dealt with receiver. We just did that this morning. Yesterday, we also dealt with guard. That was chapter 8. So yeah, chapter 13 is the running backs, and the timing on it is obviously good with the Zeke news. So that puts a little bit of a what's the word? I would say that created some algebra, some variables, with how to look at the scenario, but it really doesn't affect the overall strategy that bad. But we go address it. We go look at it from all needs. All right, we go talk about the Zeke situation a little bit. We go get down to the nitty gritty. Y'all just sit back. Let me set up this plane because there's always some technical stuff I'm working on. So y'all just sit back. Let me get this stuff together. I'll be right back. I see you. Chris Danzler, I see you. C, Mr. Day One. Steve, what's going on? So I see y'all, man. We're gonna have a good show, man. Y'all sit back. I'll be right back. What's up, Regina? What's up? Erica, I see you in the building. What's going on? Richard, holding down Facebook, man. Y'all sit down, man. We finna start the show. Appreciate you. Much love. Give me 1 second. You know when you hear that, it's that time. Time to have that curtain pulled back, baby. All right. Ooh, wee. And my boy Andy say, damn, boss, you going in with the content, brother. Love it. Hey, yeah, I really mean what I say, man. Championships are won in off season. So if it's any time to double up your content, is now, right? Is any time to try to get the content out there that you think can make a difference, that you really want to kind of spread the word on different ideas that maybe people not thinking about, is now. So every now and then you got to make sacrifices, right? Like if it's a championship week in a natural, right, and we all playing, I'm not going to likely go out as much as I used to. I'm not going to go to the club. I'm not going to do all the stuff if I'm just really locked in to what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna make some sacrifices, and that's what we're doing right now, because it's the start of free agency, and you want to talk about these things now. Just what it is. So I will come out with the book as well, but we didn't want to wait on the book. We wanted to do videos now to talk about some of what's gonna be in the book, so that we can get these ideas out here. So appreciate that, Andy. And then Amp, what's up, Amp? He said, boss about to give us that Jerry Jones hope, hang on to positive expectations. Yeah, I mean, because actually, Amp, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Obviously, I was definitely, and I'm still for keeping Zeke. It's still not over what they did actually with Zeke, and let's talk about that real quick. Let's go ahead and start, since we know what we dealing with. We dealing with running backs. All right, so we dealing with chapter 13 and how to basically make sure that running back is all that it can be, right? So obviously, so the big boo-boo that's obviously sitting around, and the big turd that everybody's smelling, is the absence of Zeke. Right now, some people don't think it's a turd. Some people think life is great. They think you can easily replace 12 touchdowns and 800 yards on a bad knee. That's cool. If you believe that, I'm not mad at you. I'm not gonna fight with you. I'm not gonna do none of that. I don't think it's that easy to replace. That's why you can't hardly find any rookie in the last 30 years. You won't find one in the last 50 years that had 800 yards, 12 touchdowns on a bad knee. You won't find one. But it's cool, but at the same time, the good news is also is nobody better than Will McClay at replacing talent. So because of Will McClay, I'm still not gonna panic. I'm gonna sit back and be like, you know what? That man track record is too good to just panic. So I'm not gonna panic over the loss of Zeke. I'm gonna sit back. And we gonna also see how this played out. Now the Dallas Cowboys, let me say this about the Dallas Cowboys. I was disappointed on not just even them getting rid of Dez Bryant. It was how they did it. It was very cutthroat. If you remember, they was literally saying that they were saying we want to sign, or they were saying we want to get a deal with Dez. We just need to talk to him. And so Dez was basically sitting back. They was tweeting that. It was tweets basically saying, hey, sources are saying that they just trying to get around to talking to Dez. So what happened with Dez is free agency passed, where he lost his best opportunities to sign with a contending team. And they waited right before it was time to even report to camp. And that's when they cut him. And to me, that was just not the way to treat your franchise leader in touchdowns. It was like, and the way that they did Hearns was just as bad. Where I was like, what kind of Cowboys run out the clock on guys that gave so much to the organization? Because at least with DeMarcus Ware, when it looked like he was injured, right, and Dallas made up in their minds like Zeke that, hey, we gonna move on, they later regretted it. But they, at least with DeMarcus Ware, because of his sacrifice to the team, had the class to allow him to move on at the beginning of free agency. Which then, as we all know historically, we all know what happened. He ended up going to Denver, which was a contending team, playing opposite of Von Miller, a young Von Miller, which was ideal to have him one-on-one. It resurged his career, and he was one of the key people that led to the Super Bowl win, DeMarcus Ware. And that was classy by Dallas, because it was like, if we know we go probably get rid of you, let's do it at the beginning. I'm not gonna run out the clock on you. So from that standpoint, I'm liking how Dallas did it. And I'm liking the fact that this also gives Zeke a chance to get a wake-up call. This gives, because everybody and most people going to assume, and it's an assumption, that the villain on this is Dallas, right? it's just as possible, and I'm gonna just be all the way real with you, because we go look at this from a well-rounded view in negotiations. In my opinion, it's just as possible that Zeke could be the villain. He could be overvaluating his worth, and he could be coming to Dallas with something that they can't say yes to, because there's sometimes things you can't say no to, and sometimes deals you just can't say yes to. So if that's the case, the best thing for Dallas to do is to go ahead and send him out in free agency, allow him to get his offers, which is going to maybe show that he was right about his worth, or it's going to send him back, humbled. So, and if he come back humbled, he go take him lesser deal from Dallas. So all in all, I'm impressed the way Dallas is handling this versus how they did it with Hearns, the receiver, versus the way they did it with Dez. So I like the fact that I can sleep at night with the way that you did it. You know what I mean? Because let me just say this, and this is real, bro. This is real. I want to support Dallas, but I don't want to support Dallas and feel dirty supporting Dallas. You know what I mean? You still want to have a sense that your organization has class and respect for those who sacrifice so much. You know what I'm saying? So the way that they did Dez, to be honest, I had a very dirty, icky feeling about the organization. I had to take 3 or 4 showers that day. You know what I'm saying? But the way that they doing it with Zeke is first class. So before we get deep into this content, I just want to kind of talk about a little bit of the tea leaves that's sitting out there. That's important for us to pay attention to. Because we all know we signed Gilmore, but remember what happened before they signed Gilmore. What was the first thing they did? They freed up money from Gallup. They restructured Gallup to free up money. And I said, okay, there they go. If anybody know the patterns of the Dallas Cowboys, they free up cash right before they sign players. So what they're likely doing at this point is they at the final moments of somebody's negotiation. It could be Fowler. Hopefully it's Fowler. It could be Hankins. Hopefully it's Hankins. It could be Odell Beckham. I'm not going to, I don't know. Hopefully it's D-Hop. Hopefully it's some type of surprise, but they freeing up a lot of cash. They continue. See, they freeing up cash with Zeke. They freeing up cash with Tank and Tyron. They freeing up all this cash. They not doing that for nothing. They got some people that they getting ready to close. So expect, just like I said, and I said this when Gallup got restructured, I said expect, and it usually happens within 24 hours. So they'll restructure players, let's say like now, right? So they'll restructure players today on Wednesday, and Thursday you'll get the news. That's just how it happens. That's anybody that been watching the pattern of the Dallas Cowboys know that's generally what happens in free agency. So that's what we've been seeing. So hold on real quick. Let me just kind of situate everything. I got to get it organized to where I can kind of flow through the content and see y'all comments at the same time. All right, so I got everything set up. All right, so with that, let's just kind of go with the chapters, okay? Let's talk about the chapters. Let's talk about how to handle the running back room, okay? So that's what this chapter is about. So like I said, so anybody that's been keeping up with the previous detailed analysis that we've been doing here, like on receiver and like on guard, I always start first by looking at our own guys and then doing an analysis of our own guys, just to make sure that we not panicking, that we not reaching, that we not, saying we need or we don't, just kind of just, measuring the Koolaid. Y'all know that's what I do. So one-handed banner say, when's the last time we done this, boss? The 90s? Done what? Let me know what done this is. Let me know what that is. I don't know what done is. Are you talking about sign, like actually was active in the first week of free agency? It's been a while since we've been active in the first week. I can't remember the last time we was active in the first week of free agency. Usually, anybody that watch free agency as close as we do, I'm gonna tell you the real pattern. Usually, you don't see Dallas do anything until week 3. They are very active. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Can I be all the way honest? This look aggressive for Dallas. Anybody that know the history of Dallas know they don't do nothing to week 3. Never. They sit back like let all the suckers do all that shopping, and we go come back and we go bargain shop on week 3. But they shopping and they getting deals done on week 1. And this is listen, you can be mad all you want, but this is looking like a new Dallas. This ain't looking like the same old Dallas. The only people that'll say this the same old Dallas is people that's just mad and angry that it's been so long since we've been to a championship. But people that's really know this team, I mean, the people that really know this team this is not what we've been doing, especially under the Will McClay era. Yeah, and I feel you on that, and thank you for the correction, Amp. You know what I'm saying? On it being a post June cut. You know what I'm saying? So it could only help you from this standpoint, even with it being a June 1st cut. It can help you in terms of if you budgeting for your draft, because remember, even though you draft a lot of these guys, their deals officially are not done until usually around June. So you can still be budgeting for now, even though he's a June 1st cut. But I appreciate, Amp been on me lately. Amp that dude that's keeping you tight. Sometimes you need that homie that be like, I know what you're saying, but break it down a little bit more unless you misunderstood. And I appreciate that. And Amp keeping your boy tight. I appreciate that. But they still can be looked at it for budgetary purposes. But at the same time, with so many moves that they're making to free up cash, I'm still leaning on the fact that they likely getting ready to sign somebody. And we go see. Likely, I bet anybody right now $200 that somebody gonna be signed tomorrow. And it's gonna be a pretty decent name. I will bet anybody $200 by tomorrow somebody will be signed. It's gonna be somebody like a Fowler. It's gonna probably be somebody like a receiver. It's gonna be somebody that's signed. So, all right, so let's get into our guys. So obviously Zeke is out for the moment. He could be back. He could come back humble. We'll see. We're going to let the market play itself out. Jerry and them are letting it play out. Cool. All right. So what do we have in house? So Tony Pollard, right? So Tony Pollard is coming back. Reports have been, for the most part, that he's ahead of schedule. So let me talk about Tony Pollard, because see, to me, it's a lot of sugary Koolaid on Tony Pollard. See, a lot of Cowboy fans, they, in my opinion, don't factor in all the factors when it comes down to these running backs. Pollard is not the running back that you want to give a massive amount of carries. It's just what it is. And see, this is what a lot of people don't talk about for one reason: his frame. See, you know, you can say what you want about Zeke. Zeke had the frame for the carries and the load that he was able to take. He had the frame to be the physical back. It's not even a height and weight. It's the DNA of how you built, you know. And his frame allowed for physicality that is not going to be allowed with Tony Pollard. So with the absence of Zeke, that also means this. That means that running back has become a very important need, not even just for production, but for also Pollard insurance. So the one thing about Zeke was absolutely Pollard insurance. You know what I mean? So when you were sharing the load with Zeke, that was keeping too many reps off Pollard, which you don't want too many reps on any back with his type of frame. He's a change of pace back. He's a speed back. He's somebody that I would call lightning. And I would call Zeke at the time thunder, right? So a lot of people, when they looking at trying to replace even Zeke, to me, I think they're getting it wrong. This is what they thinking. They say, oh, let's go get Gibbs. But if you go get Gibbs, and we go talk about Gibbs more, we go break down his film and everything. Gibbs is built and like another Pollard. So that's lightning and enlightening. So when you need somebody for that physical, hard third down run, you don't have that guy if you get a Gibbs. You don't have the physical style running with Gibbs. You have the electric style runner like Pollard. So just like I used to say about receiver, I'm gonna say about running back. Receivers, you want them, in my opinion, to be like a basketball team, right? To where you have all kind of different sizes and different skills depending on a specific position that you play. So if you're a point guard, you likely gonna be ambidextrous in terms of your dribbling ability, your handling ability. You likely gonna be smart because you're the general of the offense. And I'm just talking about basketball. And you gonna likely be quick because, you basically being able to create space for other people is highly dependent on your ability to distribute. He said, talk to my uncle right before you went live. He's a hospital manager at a well-known hospital in LA. He said, a fibula will affect Pollard going forward. And see, that's what's the fear. That's why insurance is so important. So this, with the absence of Zeke, the need for running back has went way up. And in my opinion, and on what I was just saying, is you need a certain type of running back. You don't need just a running back. In my opinion, what we need is running backs that's going to actually more so supplement what Zeke was able to do. Not what Pollard was able to do, and not what Malik Davis is able to do. Because Malik Davis and Pollard are similar. Both of them got smaller frames. Both of them, hit the holes pretty quick. They're a lightning type backs. They are change of pace type backs. They are not true 3-down backs. They not true all around backs. So when I'm looking at a particular back on how to fix the running back room, the first thing I'm gonna say is we need, and I'm gonna talk about the options to me that make sense to actually fill that need. All right. So here we go. So we gonna start with free agency. All right. So if I look at free agency, hold on real quick. Let me look at. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't have that many free agent running backs because most of them don't make sense. All right, so let me kind of go through this. My number one free agent running back, which should be a very good value for the Dallas Cowboys, is Alexander Mattison. He's my number one. He's my number one free agent. Mainly because if you look at his production, I already know what some of y'all thinking. I can already hear it. See, but remember, sometimes, Madison is resigned. They already resigned him? He just resigned? Damn, boy, free agency be fast, bro. Ooh, free agency is fast. Damn. But you see, that's what I was saying. See, we gonna talk about some of these dudes. I see Kareem Hunt. So I ain't gonna deal. But this is the reason why I wanted him as a replacement for Zeke, because even though he only had 74 attempts, he's very high, and always been high in efficiency. You know what I'm saying? He's always been high in touchdowns. He's a money back similar to Zeke. You know what I mean? He's a guy even in college that has always had a nose for the end zone. So his final year at Boise State, right? So let me go look at this. My boy has 17 touchdowns. Like he has always, even as a late round back. So since he gone, I ain't gonna spend no time on that. All right, another back was David Montgomery, but see, David Montgomery don't make sense to me. So it's like, even though a lot of people would say David Montgomery, like Zeke had similar production than him on a bad leg. Right? Huh? I ain't tripping on that. Right? He signed too? Oh, bro. I tell you, that's why you got to do these videos early. But anyway, and then I looked at Latavius Murray. Is he signed? Damn, y'all let me know if he signed. So anyway, if he signed too, the reason why I looked at him also is, oh goddamn, they say he signed too. All right, then what about Deontay Foreman? God dog. Oh man, you know, because I've been seeing the name of Damian Harris. All right, let me look up Damian Harris. All right, let me look up Damian Harris. Y'all give me a second. Damian Harris, and then I'm gonna look up Kareem Hunt. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, so yeah, if I judged it from production, no. But I have to go look at his tape. But from production, no. I wouldn't be down for it. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of us didn't like Zeke. But if you compare Zeke to what's available, Zeke is still better on one leg than a lot of people that's still available. Let me look at Kareem Hunt, because I've been hearing Kareem Hunt name too. Here we go. Sorry. I like the name. I do like the name, but I'm just keeping it real with you. Zeke had way more production on one leg. So what it's telling me is this. Just like we looked at receiver, what I do is I look at our current guys, and looking at our current guys, it's clear that we have a running back need, right? So we got a running back need now. Then I go look at free agents and I say, is free agency deep? Y'all answer this question. From what we just looked at, is free agency deep for running back? Because I know people say it's easy to replace Zeke. Somebody said Miles Sanders. All right, let me look up Miles. Well, we know Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders, that's a good one. I wouldn't be mad at that one. See, Miles Sanders, see, you cooking now. See, now y'all cooking. Hold on real quick. Let me look up my boy Miles Sanders real quick. All right, see, yeah, Miles Sanders here. You talking now. You talking now. My boy say, hell no. Whoa, y'all said no to Miles Sanders? Now, I can understand why some of y'all saying no to Miles. Because, see, Miles, he is not, they say he signed. Listen, man, I'm getting, and see, my boy say Deontay Foreman. See, I already talked about Deontay Foreman. See, Deontay Foreman ain't no better than Zeke. Like, you know what I'm saying? In terms of production, you know what I mean? Like, I can't be the guy saying, they say Miles Sanders already signed. So listen, let's get out of free agency. Let's go to the draft. Because it's clear, even by looking at this and how many people already signed, because these running backs got getting pulled. It looked like a lot of them got pulled on the first day of free agency. This is crazy. But anyway, I would say this, just going back to this. So to me, this problem of running back is going to have to be now solved in the draft. You know what I'm saying? It's going to have to be solved in the draft. So let's kind of look at some of these candidates and these draft prospects, and let's go through them. So obviously the person that a lot of people go talk about is Bijan Robinson, okay? And Bijan Robinson is ranked number 7 on the CBS ranks, right? He is literally called a top 10 back. Now, I'm going to be honest. I feel like he's a good back. I definitely don't feel like he's a top 10 back. See, because like I showed you on the last show, in my opinion, you have to not only compare the running backs of this class. To me, it's smarter to compare the running backs to other classes too. You know what I mean? So that can make sure you're not getting a wee-woo.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number 1 bullshit guy. He do the wee-woo.
Because it don't make sense, man. So, because I'm going to tell you what never made sense to me. Because I remember a lot of these drafts. You know what I'm saying? I remember what they were saying on Jonathan Taylor. They was calling Jonathan Taylor a second round, third round back. I remember that. Yeah. They were saying he was a second round and third round back, and it never made no sense. So let me go look up real quick. Just hold on real quick, because now we're talking about Bijan Robinson, and I want y'all to understand that I don't have a personal problem with Bijan Robinson. I'm just not believing that hype that they cooking up for him. So if I go back and I look at Jonathan Taylor at Wisconsin, hold on real quick. Let me go look up his production. Because see, it don't make sense. Like, but if I'm being, hold on real quick. I just gotta find his stats real quick. Hold on real quick. His production. College football. Here we go. All right, here we go. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right. Let's look at his production. So we go to game logs, and we go look at his career, and you look at Jonathan Taylor, and Jonathan Taylor, I don't like it in this view. This view too confusing. I want to look at it in a better view. Hold on real quick. Hold on, let me look at it in a better view. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm flying this plane. Give me 1 second. Let me look at it in another view. All right, hold on. Okay, there it is. No, that can't be right. That can't be right. Hold on real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. Because I'm trying to show y'all something that don't make sense to me. Alright. So look at Jonathan Taylor production. I say y'all be reaching, man. Yeah, listen, look, come on, y'all. See, y'all be doing too much, man. Y'all, some of y'all, my boy say different game, boss. Bro, Jonathan Taylor was just drafted, bro. Like, the game ain't different. Jonathan Taylor was in a running backs conference, the Big Ten. That's where your best running backs been coming from. Sanders, obviously, Saquon Barkley, right? What you mean is different? No, it ain't different. Production is production. The man had 20 touchdowns. He had 21 touchdowns in 2019. 21. And they called him a second round guy. But Bijan Robinson got 16 with 400 yards less, and they saying he's top 7. See, this stuff don't be making no sense. That's wee-woo. I ain't falling for it. Some of y'all might fall for it. I ain't falling for it. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. And if you telling me, hold on, boss, even Hull from Northwestern is our back with Zeke body type. I agree with you on that, Pastor. Pastor, I absolutely agree with you, and I do have him on my list. We go talk about him today, and I absolutely agree with your analysis. I absolutely agree with that analysis. But I'm just making a point when I'm looking at Bijan and I'm hearing all this hype, you know, and then my boss say, traits my guy, traits my guy. What traits? What traits? What traits? What traits? Because see, Jonathan Taylor ran a 4.39. That's not a trait. He ran an electronic 4.39. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is we got to be careful, because every year they do hype up certain athletes. They do. And if anybody is not, you know, treating these dudes like pet cats, and you actually really thinking this stuff through, some of this stuff and some of these television analysis don't add up. Because you can't give Jonathan Taylor a second round grade, who had more college production than Saquon Barkley in the exact same conference around the exact same time. And then what you talking about? It's the ghost face? Like, we acting like sometimes you gotta just be able to say they got it wrong on Taylor. Taylor was an MVP candidate last year. Sometimes just admit that the scouting community got it wrong on Taylor. They did. And because they got it so wrong on Taylor, I don't trust them on I don't trust them on the hype they giving Bijan, because they got it so wrong on Taylor. And I was saying it then, like, it don't make sense to give Saquon, who ran the same time as Taylor, 4.39 speed electronic, and he had more production against the same competition. Yeah, it didn't make sense. So I'm just breaking down Bijan. So this is all I'm saying about Bijan. Even though he has a top 7 grade, he really, in my opinion, is a bottom to the first talent. He's a bottom first talent, especially if you compare him to other classes. Now, if you compare him to this class, yeah, you will believe he's generational. But if you compare him to other classes and other running backs, he is not generational. He's just not. And he's going to be a good back likely in the league. But for those of y'all who really think he's getting ready to be the second coming of Barry Sanders, I got some good, fresh Colombian crack to sell to you. It's going to have you so high. This dude is not Barry Sanders. Now, would I take him in a heartbeat? If he there at 26, will we get him? Am I going to cheer? Yep. Am I going to be happy? Absolutely. Am I going to be thinking that we got the next Barry Sanders? Hell no. I'm going to be like, that's a good replacement for Zeke. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be like, let's rock. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be like, let's go. We got us a young stud. Let's get it. So I just wanted to give y'all, like, obviously, because I'm just being honest and I'm telling y'all stuff that's going to be in the book. So you're hearing it now. So don't be surprised when I tell you, I do not view Bijan Robinson as top 7. I do not. So let me keep going. So another one is Gibbs, right? So Gibbs obviously is getting a lot of hype as well, as he should. He's Pollard. Okay, let me say, every time I say this, I almost regret saying it, because it's almost like I don't want to be talking to people that's slow who don't understand context. Gibbs. Oh, I don't want to say this because I know how some of y'all are. Oh, I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it because it's the truth. Gibbs is Pollard-ish. God damn. So when I say ish, I'm talking about traits. I'm not saying they're exactly the same. I'm saying the traits, the speed, the elusiveness, the running style is Pollard-ish. Okay? The electric, all of that. Now, I really dug into him. Yeah. Ooh, I don't know about this. My boy say Bijan is more like Pollard than Gibbs. I can see where you saying that, James. And I almost thought that myself, but I actually think Bijan is closer to Zeke than Pollard, because they, you know what? Let's James. I'm gonna say they meet in the middle. I think they meet in the middle. I think that's the perfect way to say it. Bijan is a mix of Zeke and Pollard. That's what I would say. I think that's the perfect comp. If I could put two people together, it would be Zeke and Pollard would be Bijan, in my opinion. Without, you know what I'm saying? Because see, the thing about Bijan is Bijan also is a heavy-headed back like Zeke was. He got a lot of power and he has great hands. That's one thing about Bijan Robinson that I love. His hands are pure. He got some receiver hands. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I can say about Bijan. I just don't believe he top 7. So, but remember I told y'all, when I'm looking at a running back like Gibbs, and in my mind, I'm thinking about what's best for the Dallas Cowboys. I like lightning, but I also need thunder with my lightning. You know what I'm saying? He's a knife. Pollard is a knife. Every now and then when you're trying to knock down a wall, don't approach it with a knife. You need a hammer. You see what I'm saying? And he's not a hammer. He's a knife. Pollard is a knife. We just lost a hammer. Let's replace it with a hammer, in my opinion. So even though I like Gibbs, if we look at that blocking, see, hold on now. See, don't ignore that. See, don't ignore. Look at the blocking. See, and I told you I've been looking at these boys blocking. These boys blocking is very womp. A lot of these running backs, See, because I've been looking at the film. I ain't caping. I ain't capping. I've been looking at these guys. I've been looking at everything about these guys. See, a lot of people selling you on Gibbs like, let's just get Gibbs. He's gonna be a replacement for Zeke. Oh, is he? Is it really? Okay, so you really think this is a money down back? You think this is the back you can trust on third and short? Huh? Getting ran through like that? Yeah. And I can show you a whole lot of film of him getting ran through like that. I could put together a whole low light film on him, on just him and his lack of blocking ability. A whole low light. So if I'm trying to replace Zeke, I'm gonna be honest with you, he ain't that guy. He not that guy. If I'm trying to get me a money back, it is not him. Now, some people go, Boss, what you mean? He's a dog. Yeah, he's a dog, but he's a dog as a change of pace. He's not a 3-down guy. He's not to my eyes, not at all. So, all right, so keeping on going. That's my analysis on Gibbs. The guy to me that's probably the most ideal in terms of replacement for Zeke is this guy, Zach. Yeah, Zach is to me the best possible Zeke replacement, one of them. Because guess what? It's a lot of good backs that could be a money back, meaning a power back, a hammer back, a back that you can trust in short yardage, but also got the skills to really give you that juice on first down, second down, and third down. To me, that's Zach. So I gave him 3 stars. 3 stars. So some of y'all be like, what you mean you gave him 3 stars, Bob? He's not better than Bijan Robinson. It's not really about that from my analysis. What I'm looking at is who's the best for what we just lost and who's the best for the Dallas Cowboys. If I were just starting from scratch, yes, I would pick Bijan Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I would pick a Gibbs. But because I know I'm likely having to replace and get a hammer, I want a hammer, then I'm looking for hammers. I'm looking for types. I'm not looking for just a running back. I'm looking for a type. You know what I'm saying? And there's no way you can turn on a tape and not see the strength in his running game and the power in his running game. This dude is a money back. Now, he does run high. He does. I'm keeping it real. He runs high. It looked like he built to get hit right in his mouth. But in terms of power running, this is your guy. This is him. Who y'all been looking for? You know what I mean? The guy that I feel real good about in terms of being a Zeke replacement. Do I think he go get 12 touchdowns year one? No. But do I think he physical? Yes. Do I think he got ability to give you them hammer yards like Zeke? Yes. You know what I mean? Is he a guy that tends to fall forward like Zeke used to? Yes. And does he have good hands and catching ability? Yes. Is he physical? Yes. And see, I liked him last year. And they say, can he cut? He can cut. He can cut. You can see it right there. Touchdown. Was that a cut? And then my boy say, not Zach Boss. I like K-State running back better. I can see why you do. He's not a hammer, but I can see why you like him better. You know what I mean? Because, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's a lot of backs that you might like over other backs. I'm not looking at it from liking a back over another back. I'm looking at who can replace what we just lost and try to keep us as close as possible to what we was. Because now we got to replace 12 touchdowns and 800 yards. Look at that. Now go look at that. Go look at this right here and who does this look at this run and who do these tough yards remind you of? These power yards. Running through people. Who do that remind you of? So if I'm looking for a replacement for Zeke, I'm looking for a certain type. So that's why I'm not even getting into who I like most and who's the most electric. I'm not kind of looking at it like that. I'm looking at it like who fits us. Who fits our scheme? Who fits what we're missing? And to me, that's this dude. And that's why I'm letting this dude tape run. Because the tape itself should be getting y'all more and more excited about what you're seeing, especially with him on these short yardages. You just watching him plow through people over and over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? That's what you keep seeing. Power running. You seeing him fall forward. I'm just being honest. Like when I'm watching and I'm just letting it play. You know what I mean? It's like we lost Zeke. Oh, that fumble right there was ugly. Ooh, I hate that fumble. Ooh, I would be so mad because that fumble was boo-boo. Ooh, I would be mad. Look at this fumble. Bro, protect the football, bro. Protect the football. You know what I'm saying? That would be my only knock is that particular fumble on this particular film breakdown. But other than that, I'm trying to find people that as close as possible to what we just lost. So that's one, and I want to showcase Zach. I'm going to do a film breakdown on him later. So Zach is one of those guys that's going to be featured. Now, Kenny McIntosh is a back that I gave 3 stars, but he's not a power back. I gave him 3 stars because I look at him as a perfect West Coast style back. Perfect for the West Coast. So I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to do a deeper analysis on that later. You know what I'm saying? My boss said, boss, he said, boss, my hitter, just say you're going to miss Zeke. Y'all got me messed up, bro. I don't know who y'all think I am, bro. I don't fall in love with players like that. Any of my ideas that I have is all about improving teams. I don't fall in love with players. I think some of y'all do. Or y'all fall in love with y'all own ideas. Some of y'all was in love with the idea of getting rid of Zeke. You know what I'm saying? Since y'all in love with getting rid of Zeke, y'all just ready to go put it in people's face that he done got cut. Nah, I don't love Zeke like that. I love to win, and I'm trying to find somebody that's going to give us the 12 touchdowns that we lost. I don't love nobody like that. I love the Cowboys. Keeping it real. All right, so, you know, but now, Roshan is somebody that CBS is very high on. What is crazy, though, when I watched the film, his 40 did not reflect his game speed. But I'm definitely not seeing him as a pick 65 back. No. I'm seeing him more 4th round. I ain't seeing him top of the 3rd. Like a lot of people, it looked like CBS in the draft community is they both say y'all sleeping on Malik. I don't think we sleeping on Malik. I think, Malik is one of those backs that did good and is good. And he was getting in there, fresh, and he was taking advantage of defenses when he was fresh. I'm almost certain that with Malik that we do need to play him more, but I'm also certain that the more snaps that you give him, the less his average would be. That's why we need, in my opinion, like 3 running backs, maybe 4. Like, I'm keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? But I like Roshan a lot. I'm going to do a film breakdown like him as well later as we get closer to the draft season, because the funny thing about him, everyone say, boss be killing Cowboy fans. Do I be killing the Cowboy fans, dog? Do I? Do I, bro? I don't think I be killing Cowboy fans. I think I be killing boys that be having me messed up. That's what I do. When you say stuff that's not who I am, that's when you go get shot. When you say I'm in love with Zeke, I'm shooting you. When you say stuff like you shouldn't compare Zeke, you shouldn't compare Noah Brown to Chris Carter, it's like, now I'm shooting you, because see, you saying stuff I ain't saying. When you saying stuff I ain't saying, yeah, I'm gonna go at you. But I ain't got no problem with Cowboy fans. Just come at me with respect, and I'm gonna be all good with you. Hold on real quick. My boy said I missed the super chat. I missed the super chat. I don't see it. Hold on real quick. Let me see. My boy say, so boss, you telling me you don't love Michael Parsons? I don't know what you talking about, bro. I don't know what you talking about. Let me keep going. I don't know what that means. I had no idea what you're talking about. I'm gonna just keep moving. See, that's what I be talking about, though. See, these type of comments, bro. See, this is what I be talking about. Like, people put words in your mouth and then you be like, why am I aggravated with some of y'all? Because y'all say stuff I ain't saying. Like, it be like, damn, when did I say that? When did I ever say I don't love? And how did Michael Parsons even get into the conversation of running back? See, this is what I be talking about. That type of stuff I do take shots at. Cause where did this come from? Like where? Where do y'all get some of this hype? I'm gonna keep moving. Kondre Miller is also a good potential Zeke replacement type back. A north-south runner, a power runner. He makes sense. Also, the Cowboys have reported. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Okay, this is what he said. Okay, hold on real quick. He said, I heard you say you don't fall in love with players. I don't like Michael Parsons like that either. I'm not in love with Michael Parsons. I love Michael Parsons in terms of his effort, but I'm not in love with to where I would just cry and die if he was to leave. I would be like, damn, thank you for your sacrifice, but hey, man, you know, I got to continue to support this team. I see what you said now. I misunderstood you. I'm sorry, bro. I was like, how Michael Parsons get into this? I get it now. All right, I get it now. So the Cowboys have been looking at Miller, which I would be not mad at all. I'm coming to Tucker Iceberg. I got Tucker on the list. So this is a long list too, because this is a deep class. So and I'm actually have to, and this is another sleeper Zeke replacement. So I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of film analysis. Me and Keystone, we still trying to figure out how to get that done. You know what I'm saying? We still trying to figure out how to get that done. But we got a lot of sleepers we gonna be showcasing y'all that I guarantee most people have no idea they sitting out there that could potentially be late round sleepers. See, Devin, obviously a lot of people are high on him, but I wouldn't want the Cowboys high on him because, like I said before, I don't want multiple lightning backs. I want backs that complement each other. I want hammers with knives. I want lightning with thunder. I don't want lightning with lightning, and I don't want X-Acto knife with a pocket knife. I want the full gambit of tools to have this offense work. He has world-class speed, very fast, very productive, but if the Cowboys get him, I will be cool with it as long as they got another running back as well. You know what I mean? So just kind of putting it out there on. Now, this is what Pastor Taff was talking about. And I gave him 2 stars. I'm starting to move him up to 3 stars. I think this is likely one of your better sleeper Zeke replacements right here. Right here. This dude had a great Senior Bowl. He had a great combine. He ran a fast time. He built. He in shape. He has a great work ethic. He's a sleeper back, and a lot of people not even looking at this dude. Evan Hall. I think Evan Hall could be that guy that could come in and be a complimentary hammer. Now, he doesn't have a power style like Zeke, but his frame is good. He ran a 4.47. Yeah, Zeke ran a 4.45. So, and according to CBS, he's still likely gonna be a late round dude. And I agree with you, Pastor Taff. Yeah, I agree. Pastor Taff say, this is that dude. Yeah, I'm high on him too. See, that's why I gave him 2 stars. And see, when I gave him 2 stars, Pastor Taff, that was before the combine. After that combine, I moved him up to 3. I just didn't update it in my presentation. This is another guy that I think people should be looking at. And I'm gonna do a breakdown of him as well. So y'all be on the lookout for that. I'm just kind of giving y'all an introduction of some of the people that can, you know, help the running back room. All right. So, and trust me, even in this presentation, I have still not listed all the backs. So Chase Brown is another back. He's kind of like, he's almost like, what's the best way to describe? He's almost just like Bijan Robinson in terms of being a hybrid of Zeke and Pollard. He's that guy that's in the middle. You know what I mean? He's a mix of lightning and thunder. That's my best comp on him. You know what I mean? Now he was a very, very productive. But the problem with him though is he has the size of Pollard or lighter. You know, so when you go take a look at him and you see the 5'11", 205, that says that's kind of on the Pollard-ish side. You know what I'm saying? That's Pollard-ish. And remember, we looking for thunder. We not looking for lightning. We got all kind of lightning in the building right now. We got my boy C said, I like this, brother boss. Yeah. And we just, yeah, that's why I'm doing these books the way that I'm doing it. Because see, all of this stuff is usually in my book. Everything that I'm talking about is usually in my book. And the breakdown of this, the way that I'm breaking down it is in my book. But I know that people got multiple learning styles. Some people like video content. Some people like to read. So regardless of how you like to get it, we trying to up our game to give it to y'all better this year. We go give you this content in a way better way to where as we get to the draft, from staying with Boss Cowboy Sports and kind of staying with all these breakdowns we doing, by position groups and all that kind of stuff, people go have a real feeling of what's getting ready to happen and what's the best thing to happen. I still miss your super chat, one-handed. Man, one-handed, I'm sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. Let me go try to find your super chat. And matter of fact, y'all give me 1 second, because I don't like to look at my numbers. I never look at my numbers. I like to just make sure I keep my presentations pure. And one way to do that is to just kind of keep your eyes off how many people looking at you and just stay focused on the presentation. That's what I always been doing. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up my live so that I can see these super chats better. Y'all give me 1 second. We got 326 people watching. Wow. He said, I didn't even know that. So Jimmy said, we still have Malik Davis, who should have had significant snaps in the Cowboys versus 49ers games. I absolutely agree with that. He said, went down. Why Kellen Pookie Moore? Exactly. Hold on. Let me try to find a super chat that I missed. Y'all give me 1 second. Please be patient, y'all. Y'all know I'm flying this plane by myself. This ain't easy. I know sometimes I make this look easy. Trust me, it's not easy, bro. To be changing all these screens, going back to the presentation, keeping up with what y'all saying, watching what y'all saying at the same time, keeping up with what I'm getting ready to talk about. Bro, sometimes I don't even know how I do it my damn self, to be honest. Just, it's like flying a Millennium Falcon. If anybody watched Star Wars and y'all remember the Millennium Falcon had 1,000 buttons and all that kind of stuff, and he was flying that thing in Star Wars, that's what it's like when you're doing content and production at the level I do it. Trust me, it's not easy. I got 4 monitors. I have to use 4 monitors. If you saw my whole setup, I got 4 monitors sitting in front of me just to keep up with this show. Dead serious. So anyway, I miss your super chat, bro. So One-Handed Bandit, just go ahead and say whatever you said and I'll address it. Don't even pay for it. Just say whatever you said, and when I see your comment, I will address it, bro. Because I always respect people that, you know, give donations to the channel. You know, money not free in these rising inflation times. So I take y'all money serious, and I appreciate that. So anyway, Keystone, don't get started, bro. Keystone say the Giants had Earth, Wind, and Fire. Man, what you talking about? All right. Let me get back to this. So, all right, so that was Chase, and so he's not quite the Zeke replacement. Eric Gray is also a good running back, but he's also not the Zeke replacement. This is the guy that ain't nobody talking about. This dude right here is the guy that ain't nobody talking about, and everybody's missing on, in my opinion. See, y'all remember when we did that draft show on the running back room, I said this guy is my number 1 sleeper, Deneric Prince. And guess what? Because he's the only back that's built big like Zeke, extremely big like Zeke. He's physical as a blocker. He's also a very good runner, and he's in a program that don't have the best facilities. So I'm gonna show y'all something that's gonna probably shock y'all but listen, y'all came to the right place if you want answers.
You want answers? You can't handle the truth.
If you want answers, this is the right place. I think this is gonna be one of the best value picks for anybody. So check this out. And remember, I said on the draft show when we was talking about running backs, I said this is my number 1 sleeper, Deneric Price. Yeah, One-Handed Bandit, you said that I missed your super chat. Just go ahead and put your comment of whatever it is, and I will address it. You know what I mean? Because at this point, I don't even see it. It's 300 people, a lot of people leaving comments. So right now, your super chat is likely buried in the comments. That's why I'm working with you, saying, go ahead and say whatever you said so that I can address it. And I'm looking for it. So we got us a super chat before I get into this. He said, we still have Malik Davis, who should have had a significant snaps in the Cowboys. Oh, no, I already read that one. Oh, no, I read that already. My fault. I already read that. So, but Deneric Price. Now, this gonna shock some of y'all. That Deneric Price led the 2023 speed scores. Literally number 1. Wait, boss, he's not the fastest, boss. What are you talking about, boss? He's not the fastest. No, the speed score. Let's talk about this. And this is the guy that I really want Dallas to get, like round 4, round 5. I don't even care if they get a running back. Add this dude to the room. Add him to the competition. And I mean that. He's my top sleeper. So let me break this down. NFL draft, he say fewer running backs than usual ran at this year's scouting combine. Only 15 took the field. My boy Law Nation in the house. What's up, Law? Always good to see you, big homie. He said fewer running backs than usual ran at this year's scouting combine. Only 15 took the field to have the 40-yard dash officially recorded. We had 27 a year ago. That's good info. And the only occasion when fewer other than 20 entries in our database with backs in 2003. The beginning of the official combine data, injuries and reluctance thin the field somewhat, meaning we have fewer backs than normal to talk about it in terms of speed score. Most of the backs who did run avoided making too much of a mess of things, though there are a lot of couple players who may have had slid from day 2 to day 3 after appearing more sluggish than advertised. Let's get into the details. Now, this is good, y'all. Y'all really take y'all time. This is some good juice. Trust me. This is, see, sometimes you have Koolaid, then you throw lemons in it. See, this is when you add that extra flavor. Then check this. He said, created by Bill Barnwell and introduced in Pro Football Prospectus in ESPN Insider back in 2008, speed score is one of Football Outsider's metrics for evaluating running back prospects. It's built on the simple idea, now check this out, that smaller backs tend to run faster than larger backs, so we should be more impressed by a 4.5 40-yard dash from a 220 back than the same clock rendering from a 170-pound back. Doesn't that make sense? Doesn't that just make sense? Isn't that just common sense? So what they basically did is they using an algorithm to say, okay, which one of these guys based on height weight ratio is really giving you excellent bang for your buck. As such, speed score incorporates a back's official time in the 40-yard dash with his height weight to produce a measure of speed given his size using the formula. So I ain't gonna get into the formula and all of that because that's gonna get boring. Let's just look at, after they went into the formula, who has the #1 score out of everybody, including Bijan Robinson. Just look. Hey, I ain't making it up. I'm not making it up. This dude at 216 ran a 4.41 and ain't nobody talking about him. Okay, you said you just wrote it. All right, here, I see it now. All right, thanks, bro. All right, so hold on. Let me get to my homie Super Chat, bro, because you're a good dude, man. I like to take care of people that take care of me. One-handed Bandit said, but is McCarthy looking for a power back in this new offense? Because in my opinion, I think Gibbs would be great in this new offense. He would be. But see, this is the thing. Gibbs would be great in this offense. But this is the issue, One-handed Bandit, in my opinion. You already got two. You got two already. You got two backs that's built just the same already. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying we need a complement. We need somebody that can help on money downs. I'm not interested in, just me. I'm not interested in having 3 money backs. I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? I mean, lightning backs. I want lightning, and thunder. That's just me. You know what I mean? I need a back for short yardage as well. Somebody that I can really trust. I don't want to, because see, we tried that last year. And I know everybody like to say, only reason Zeke had 12 touchdowns is because they gave him the ball in the red zone. That's the only reason. Yeah. Keystone, man, bro, Keystone, you be on it. Keystone, I got him on my list. I'm coming to him out of Minnesota. Yeah, Abraham, I got him on my list too as a Zeke replacement. Oh, my boy, hold on, man. This is a real. Hold on. Damn. Man, this is a real player super chat. Man, check out what old boy said. Old boy said, damn. He said, if I had the equipment, I'll produce for you, bro. Damn. I appreciate that, homie. I really do, bro. I appreciate that. But, man, so going back to what I was saying, I want to answer my partner on this super chat because that's a good question. I'm going back to the Deneric Prince, and then we go talk about some of them other guys too. Cause see, you got draft ranks, but then you got the actual measurements. You know what I'm saying? You got the actual measurements, right? So, Deneric Prince, and see, this, I said he was my number one sleeper before these numbers came out. I ain't gonna lie, I know I got some damn good eyes. I know. I said this dude was my number one sleeper. If you want to go check and verify that, I said it at the draft show. I said my number one sleeper so far based on the film is this dude, Deneric Prince, in my research on him. And then go look. Ain't this funny though when you go look at the speed score? When you look at the speed score, isn't it funny how this whole list is different? Ain't it funny when you go look at numbers, which don't lie? When you go look at the numbers and looking at speed to weight ratios, this whole list is a whole lot different than what most people would say. You see what I'm saying? Because the Deneric Prince, by most people's evaluations, wouldn't be at the top. Chase Brown wouldn't be top 4. Evan Howell wouldn't be top 8. Zach, he about where he should be. He about where he should be. But the Deneric Prince and Evan Howell, they standing out to me. They standing out. But I'm not done. I'm just giving y'all a picture of, since Zeke is gone at the moment, what are really true potential replacements? What's like real, right? Like real ones that could potentially try to be a money back like what we losing. When I say money back, I'm talking about a guy that's gonna get you them short yardage money situations, 3rd and short, moving the chains, red zones. But see, don't let people tell you that all they got to do is give you the ball in the red zone and you're going to have 12 touchdowns. That's a damn lie. You got to be a certain type of back to be able to move the pound forward. You have to. You have to. You can't just put Pollard back there in the red zone and be like, he going to be just as good as Zeke. That's some bull crap. That is some bull crap. That's why they was taking Pollard out the game and replacing him with Zeke in the red zone. So anyway, all right, so let's get back to some of these potential replacements real quick, just kind of getting to it. So I'm really high on, and listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. For y'all who like to play with the simulator game, start picking him around. Yeah, Deneric Prince, y'all need to go ahead and add him to y'all simulator games. So when you get to round 4 or round 5, and if you want to double up running backs, get him. Because, see, that's what I want the Dallas Cowboys to do. I don't care if they get a running back in the first 3 rounds. If they get to round 4 and round 5 and Deneric Prince still getting there, they better get him. Get him. All right, let me keep going. It's some more backs. Let's keep going. All right. And this is not even all the backs. I ain't showing y'all everybody that's in the book. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of running backs. This is who Keystone was talking about. Muhammad. See, Muhammad, he's another back that's Zeke. I hate saying this because now y'all got me paranoid to say this, man. Y'all got me so paranoid to say ish with y'all judgmental asses that y'all don't understand context. Okay, let me say it because I swear to God, I really don't want to say it. He is Zeke-ish. God, I swear I hate saying that. Because, see, I know some of y'all just looking, they don't belong in the same sentence, boss. It's like, goddamn. It's like, when do people go understand context, Law, can you help me? Like, Law, you bigger than me. You better. You nothing but the best. Can you help me understand why it's hard for my brothers and sisters sometimes to understand context of ish? So if I already said your I addressed your super chat, but I don't get it. I just don't get it. I really don't. So but he is and I'm not capping, Zeke-ish. When I say Zeke-ish, I'm not saying he is Zeke. I'm not saying he a top 4 back. I'm saying he's a money back. He has a nose for the end zone, and he's a power back. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the attributes is Zeke-ish, and he also is likely gonna be a mid to late round pick. So I'm basically showcasing particular guys before I put it in a book that could realistically be people that can come in and help aid the running back room. So I got his production up here, and you can't look at his college production and not say that this dude ain't got no major nose for the end zone. The dude had 20 freaking touchdowns. Yeah, bro. I read this super chat. He said, is McCarthy looking for a power back in this new offense? Because I'm thinking Gibbs. I read this one, big bro. I read that and I addressed it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then Taft said, Pastor Taft said, Deneric Prince was a beast at the combine. Yeah. And see, I know the background on Prince too. I know the whole background on Prince. See, what's hurting Prince? I'm going to tell you what's hurting Prince. Prince didn't play the first 4 or 5 games of the season, so his stats don't look all that, right? But I know what happened, you know what I'm saying? And I watched his tape when he came back and saw how electric he was and how fast he went crazy. You know what I mean? So because of his lack of production as a senior, right? People go be like, I don't know. And I would see, cause I know people even from Tulsa. I know people on the inside of Tulsa. I even know teammates of Tyler Smith and him. So when I looked into him, I looked deep into him. And I talked to these guys. You know, and a lot of them, and you know, when I did my research on him, but let me go back to Muhammad because I already talked about Prince. Let me go back to Muhammad. Muhammad got the biggest nose for the end zone. And see, this is the you said you sent it again, bro. I swear I already addressed your super chat. You saying you sent it again. Am I missing something? Because I know I addressed your comment, bro. Did I miss something? Did you send 2 super chats or something? Because I'm just not seeing it. Because I already talked about this super chat right here. Is McCarthy looking for a power back? I already addressed that. You talking about something else? Because I might be missing it. Because I addressed this already. You know that Mike McCarthy. This because we ain't even just talking about one back. We need a complement of backs that feed off each other's differences. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just one back. To me, at this point of what we sitting with Zeke, I'm gonna be honest with you. We should be, in my opinion, look at this as a committee. We should be looking at this as a committee. You know what I'm saying? To me, this year, see, Law said this, and see, Law was dead right on this. I think next year needs to resemble 2016 in terms of the running back plan. See, Law said that on the final word. I don't think a lot of people caught that. See, Law said on the final word, when you go think about what we had with Zeke in 2016, we drafted Zeke number 4 overall. Did we deplete that room? No. No. We didn't deplete the room. We had Zeke, McFadden, Dunbar, Alfred Morris. We had 4 backs on the roster. To be honest, until we figure out the running back room, I think that should be the strategy going into 2023. 3 to 4 running backs. 3 to 4. And I actually think at this point with our Zeke, we should draft 2 running backs. One that you feel like is going to be your guy. One is that's insurance in case the guy that you think is your guy is not your guy. An insurance pick. You know what I'm saying? So if so, let's kind of recap this whole thing just real quick, and then we go sum it up. So we lost Zeke, right? So with the loss of Zeke, we got to replace the style of Zeke, in my opinion. Okay, We got lightning type of backs that's left, and one of them is coming off a major surgery. That back is gonna definitely need insurance. It would be super stupid for us to try to make him be a 3-down back when it doesn't fit his frame and he's coming off a surgery. Malik Davis is also a lightning back. So he's a guy that doesn't have the frame to be a guy that can carry the load. He's going to be a change of pace back as well. So we already know even what we currently have coming back that we're going to need to add to that room to be a real good complete room. So we looked at free agency, and we know, just as we recapping this, that free agency is... And even as we started looking at free agency, we saw that they was depleting real quick. I prepared this presentation today, and by the time I started doing the presentation, most of them was already signed. Which then means the way that you have to solve the running back dilemma is go into the draft. So going into the draft is certain running backs that's going to have to be the complement, in my opinion. Bijan, I think, is overrated, but I wouldn't be mad at him if he was somehow to slip to 26. I don't think he's going to be Barry Sanders, but I think he would be a great Zeke replacement. Ideally, I think it would be Zach. So Zach would be the primary target if it was me. In the first 3 rounds, I would be looking to get Zach. But then after I would get Zach, I would be looking for some insurance. I would be looking for some insurance in case Zach is not that guy that I think he is. We might be able to get some late round guys that can actually be steals, the Condre Millers, right? The Hulls, right? So guys that can come in and that can be surprise guys, especially guys that had the better speed scores, where you have the measurements to justify taking those picks, like Evan Hall. He also was top 6 in speed score. You know what I'm saying? Top 6 in speed score. So I would be looking for those types. I'm trying to look for another hammer, but I won't. Hold on real quick. Let me take this super chat real quick. Pastor Seth said, okay, Evans from your hometown? That's dope. See, hold on. See, Pastor, hold on now. I don't want no pet cats up in here. Don't be rude for your hometown. Don't be over here trying to plug your hometown. Coach, come on. I'll be Pastor. Come on now. Come on, Pastor. Don't be doing that. Come on. I was finna hit the oh hell no button. I'm like, no, I ain't gonna do that one at the pastor. No, I'm not gonna hit that one on the pastor. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna hit that oh hell no button on the pastor, because I need that pastor to be praying for me, and I don't need no bad. I don't need God mad at me. I'm messing with you, Pastor. I'm messing with you. So here we go. So anyway, so just kind of recapping this thing, it's looking like right now in the book, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what's gonna likely be in the book. I'm gonna be featuring a whole lot more running backs, because I didn't even show y'all. It's still a lot more that I didn't even feature yet. So I'm gonna be doing also a lot of film breakdowns as we getting prepared for the draft. I'm gonna be showcasing these guys, because right now I introduced their names, but I'm gonna show you by the film why I do believe that some of these dudes are hammerbacks that complement Pollard, that complement everything that we have in the building, like Malik Davis. I do have some small bad news. I wanted to get on the phones with y'all. I can't. I'm sorry. Murphy Law went crazy today. I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened. I even tried to call Tariq and do a test with him to try to get my phone to work. It looked like it's gonna take longer than what I thought. It's gonna take me some time to really work on these phones to get them back. So once again, y'all, I'm so sorry the phones are not gonna be active, but y'all stay with us, because we do got the Final Word Draft Show coming up tomorrow. I'm also gonna be doing a whole nother deeper analysis on another position group. It's likely gonna be the tackles. I'm gonna likely do that in the morning. As y'all can see, we pumping out content. The OC also got a video that I'm gonna be dropping about Zeke. That should be dropping also in the morning or in the evening. And obviously I got the barbershop show tomorrow. So tomorrow gonna be a lot of content. We gonna probably have about 5 different things drop. But make sure y'all take y'all time and go really check this stuff out, because I'm honestly giving y'all a lot of I ain't giving you all the information that's gonna be on the book, but I'm giving y'all a lot of the analysis that's going to be in the book. You know what I'm saying? So y'all really, if y'all watching anything, y'all make sure y'all go back and go look at these breakdowns of the positions. So I did chapter 8 with guard. It was money, it was fire. This morning I did the receivers on chapter 10. Now I did chapter 13, which is the running backs. So y'all give me some time to get these phones going. We go try to beat up Murphy Law, and try to make sure that he don't get in the way of, us being able to have the best show quality. Because the best shows happen when we get y'all on the phones. Because this is what happens when we get y'all on the phones. We get good pushback. We get good ideas. We get good debates. We get good back and forths when I'm able to talk to y'all. And then I like to have those back and forths, whether we agree or disagree, because we work through the differences together. And I just think it makes for good content when we're able to kind of really fight through this stuff through the phone. You know what I'm saying? And then I think what Law say, fix the offensive line. I agree, Law. Yeah, if Law said that, yeah, I'm rocking with that. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Like, going forward. So y'all come back tomorrow for that tackle breakdown. That tackle breakdown is gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one when I get into that one. That's gonna be money, And hopefully all of these are money, man. And because I'm really doing my best to try to give y'all the best content possible for this free agency period, so we can be prepared for it. So before I get out of here, man, like always, if you've been sitting here enjoying this content but just forgot to hit that like, don't leave without doing that. Make sure you hit that like. That's just the right thing to do. It's gonna really help us out a lot in terms of growing the channel. Also, if you're on Facebook, I haven't forgot about my Facebook people. Montana, let me take the super chat. OG Montana, my big brother. So Montana he said all that running back at 26 is dumb as F. That so-called formidable offense without Zeke is not happening if you can't build that soft ass line. I all the way agree. Yep. That's what, man, we gonna talk about that tomorrow, Montana. I'm all the way with you on that, bro. All the way. Yeah, my boy F say, damn, Montana. You know how Montana come. Montana, he kind of like me. He gonna give it to you. He ain't gonna put no filter on it. He gonna just tell you straight. He speak his mind. That's why he my dog. I like how you bring it. My boy Montana.
Bring it real back. He just speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
You know what I'm saying? His style is like my style. I'm kind of direct. I'm trying to soften up a little bit, but I'm very direct. But y'all make sure before y'all get up out of here, man, that y'all do all of the right things, like hitting the like, hitting the subscribe, all that kind of stuff. But once again, it's your boy Boss Cowboy with another show, man. We brought you another one. We appreciate y'all being so loyal to Boss Cowboy Sports, rocking with us with all 300 people. Make sure y'all also hit that like and subscribe.
Another one.
Please make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. That's how you really, really get us going. Like and subscribe is the lifeblood of. Hold on, we got us another super chat. Hold on, let me take this super chat. Wait. You right. Wait. Oh, I ain't even see this. Whoa. Michael said, damn, boss, you got 170 likes and only 320. Man, it's 327 people in here watching, and come on now. It can't be that many lurkers. Come on, y'all. 300 people watching, and you just got that type of content and film. Just hit the like, bro. It's not even that hard. If you don't hit the like, you just a lurker and a hater. And I know most of y'all watching ain't hating because I don't know y'all. So why would you be hating on me? You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. But if you just sitting here watching, just take a second, hit that like button. But anyway, man, I'm going to be back tomorrow, man. Like I said, I promised y'all that I'm determined to get y'all all my chapters in this week before Sunday. So y'all going to have the full analysis on all these groups, every one of them. I'm going to give y'all the whole analysis. We going to break down every one of these groups and how the Dallas Cowboys can either build it, or we go talk about, are they building it the right way? We stand focused over at Boss Cowboy Sports, man, and we appreciate y'all support. Coming to you with another one.
Another one.
Run it up.
Damn, I missed some more
Boss
super chats?
Cowboy Sports.
Man, I'm sorry,
Where
man.
your voice matters.
All right, so I see a super chat from DC for life. He said DC for life. I appreciate that, big dog. Montana said, sick of the draft hype on this mid. Yeah, okay, I caught up now. Yeah, I see you, Montana. Facts, bro. I get sick of that hype too, bro. The hype make me the worst. I hate hype because it's just fake. It's phony.
Run it up.
I need the cash pronto. I don't throw interception like Romo.
I don't like people trying to play me.
Boss Cowboy Sports.
Don't try to play me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know some of this stuff is just pure hype.
Another one.
But y'all stay up. It's Boss Cowboy Sports.